Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adrian Donovan, this is Flip Don't Flop, and this video we are going to be doing part 3 of the online arbitrage unboxing. So let's go ahead and get into it. Well, this is all we've got left, guys. There are 13 left to unbox, and if you remember, in part 1, it was all the way up to the clock. Definitely hoping to end big here. The last video had some really good finds, and I'm hoping it's going to be even better with this one. Let's see. Hey guys, looks like we actually have 14 to unbox in this one. First up, we got something from eBay. Have a pair of Salvatore Ferragamo Horsebit loafers, and they're suede. They have a bit of discoloration. The heels are in pretty good shape. Looks like they had some heel guards put on them, but the heel guards are pretty much worn off. Footbed's pretty clean. So as you can see, there is quite a bit of discoloration on this pair, which is pretty disappointing. Gave $54.20 total for these. We actually do have a suede dye that I think we're going to use on these to make it a little bit cleaner. You pretty much need to brush the suede pretty hard beforehand. You try to clean them as much as you can, and then you pretty much spray the suede dye on them. You let it set for a bit, and then you brush them several more times. It's a bit of a process, but I definitely can't sell these like this. I don't feel right doing that. And they won't go for much anyways if I did do that. So these are salvageable. They're just not as good as I would hope for. We did only pay $54 for them, which isn't too bad. Considering their condition, I would have hoped to have given a little bit less. But they're okay anyways. So once we use a suede dye on these, clean them up a bit, depending on how well they clean up with the suede dye, which I think they'll clean up all right, we could probably sell these for $120, $130 max. That's about it. Because there's going to be still some discoloration and wear to the suede, even after using the suede dye. Definitely going to use some edge dressing on these as well. I'll probably just say $120 on them for now, which that puts our estimated profit on this pair at $52. It's not bad at all. Next up is something from Poshmark. It's quite nice here. What we have here is a pair of Mark Nason boots. These are made in Italy, and it's the Rock Lives product line. Overall, seem to be in really good shape. They have the cross on them, which people look for. They also have a dragon on the zipper. Definitely in pretty good shape. They come with the box, as you saw, which is great. And they also come with this little kind of dust protector cloth. They're size 13, which is an awesome size. Overall great shape. We will polish these up a bit to make them look a little bit better. Now here's a great example of another perfect find. We gave $67.06 for this pair, which is extremely cheap. Very, very cheap. Mark Nason Italy retails very, very high, and it's hard to find. Since they have the box and the original dust cloth, I would probably say we can sell these for $200 pretty easy. I kind of wish they were like a bit more distressed and decorated because that makes them a lot more valuable. Maybe we'll sell them for $220. Probably say, let's say $220 for these plus shipping. So this is going to put our estimated profit on this pair at $130. That is really, really good profit. And we should sell these fairly quickly. We sell Mark Nason boots pretty much all throughout the year. Next up, something from Poshmark. We have a pair of kind of vintage Prada, like mid-calf boots. It's a bit of wear to the toes, not too excessive. Can easily polish that up, make it look a lot better. And make sure the zippers work. These are pretty vintage. Heels seem to be in good shape. Just a decent pair of vintage Prada women's boots. In overall good shape. Let's see what we gave for this pair. So we paid $45.66 for this pair. They're not worth a ton. I kind of wish they had something on them that indicated that they're Prada. But for this price, I'm okay with it. You can probably expect to sell these once they get polished up for about $110 plus shipping, $120 at most. Any more and we'll just sit too long. That puts our estimated profit at $52 on this pair. So a little over double our money. Always happy about that. Next up, we have something from eBay. Pretty heavy box. It's got a bit of a ding on it. Hopefully the pair is not damaged. Definitely feels like a pair of boots. Pretty heavy. Wrapped nicely in bubble wrap. Really cool looking pair of Mark Nason made in Italy boots. These even have kind of like a neat design around the rim here. Of course, has the dragon on the zipper. It also has the dragon on the buckle here on the side. They have several crosses on the boots. And on the crosses, it's also crocodile embossed. It's a nice little touch. That's what I'm saying as far as like a pair of boots that are a bit more decorated. Have a cross even like on the near the toes. Only thing with this pair is that the heels are worn down kind of bad. I may consider getting the heels fixed on these. I'll have to see what I gave for these to see if I can fit it in the margins. Of course, if I get heels put on them, it does make them more valuable, obviously, and makes it to where I can sell them for a bit more to make up for it, and usually end up selling them for quite a bit more. There's even like a little bit of separation on the heel. It's like a stacked heel and there's a bit of separation in the wood. I definitely think that's gonna make it to where I'm gonna go ahead and get the heels replaced on these. Let's see what we gave for these. So we only gave $58.85 total for this pair. That's honestly quite a bit lower than what I normally have to give up to get a pair of Mark Nason Italy boots. I will definitely go ahead and get the heels replaced on these. It's going to make it to where we're in them about $72. Once we get the heels fixed on these, there's no reason why we can't sell them for $200. That should be pretty easy to get $200 for them once they get the heels fixed on them. Which that'll put our estimated profit at just under $100 on this pair, which is really, really good margins on this pair as well. So I'm going to have to take these to the cobbler. Here's something from eBay. Pair of Prada in the box. Always love to see the original box. Makes them a lot nicer. Makes them sell for higher, sell faster. We have a pair of men's slip-on loafers. They're kind of a smaller size, and it looks like they even tried to like use some kind of marker or something on the toes. I'm just going to polish these up. Gonna first try to clean off that discoloration and put on some polish, make them look a lot nicer. They don't come with a dust bag, unfortunately. They also do have the Prada spell out, kind of small on the side there, but it is there. And of course it is like Horsebit, which is pretty nice. Overall, they're in good shape. Nice blue box. See what we gave for these. So it looks like we gave $66.07 for this pair of Prada. It's a pretty good deal. They're not in bad shape at all. And they do have the box. Makes them quite a bit more valuable. I wish they were a little bit bigger size. They are just size 7.5 US. Could probably stretch 140, 150 plus shipping for them. Can't see getting really any more than that without sitting on them for too long. So that's going to put our estimated profit at about $60 on this pair of Prada. It's a pair from Poshmark. It's a pair of Gucci Horsebit slip-on loafers. They're not in the best shape. They definitely could use a good polishing. They could use a good polishing that's really kind of beyond what we would do. So this is definitely a pair that's going to go to the cobbler. There's a bit of discoloration. There's some wear to the toe here. They also kind of have like a suede accent around the rim here. The heels are in pretty good shape. We're also going to like kind of resurface the bottom a little bit. They definitely have some damage, really, like some scratches to the side here, which the cobbler using his buffing wheel is going to make that look a lot better. So this is absolutely a pair for the cobbler. They're a nice size. They're size 12, perfect size. Let's see what we gave for this pair. We got them for a pretty good deal. We paid $67.06 for this pair of men's Gucci loafers. It's really kind of tough to get men's Gucci for any cheaper than that without them having some significant problems. And can't forget to add the extra $5, so $72.06 to account for the cobbler giving them a good polish. Once the cobbler gives them a good polish and resurfaces the soles, they're going to look quite a bit nicer. And of course use also some edge dressing on the side. It is a bit of an older style of Gucci. They're not really that modern. They're probably around 15 to 20 years old. Could foresee getting about $170, $180 for these, which is going to have our profit at about $90 for this pair of men's Gucci. And men's Gucci, I'm always looking for it. It sells quickly, so I'm totally happy with this. It's like this pair we got from Poshmark. It is a pair of slip-on Prada Ballet flats. Really good shape. Bit of discoloration to the footbed. We can clean up that pretty nicely. Big size, size 11. Definitely genuine. And of course with the Prada logo on the toes, it makes them worth quite a bit more. Let's see what we paid up for this pair. Gave $51 for this pair of Prada loafers. With them being purple, it kind of makes them a bit more unique. And they are, like I said, in good shape. Probably shoot for $120 plus shipping for this pair. And that's going to make it to our estimated profit is $55. Over double, no complaints. Another Poshmark purchase. Has us a pair of Prada ankle boots. Really, really good shape. Worn this a couple of times, I would say. Nice little buckle on the side too. Uppers are really, really good shape. Don't even really need polished if you didn't want to do it. But we're going to polish them up a little bit anyways. Very good shape. See what we gave for this pair. Alright, looks like we gave $40.32 for that pair of Prada booties. It's a pretty good price. They're a bit vintage, but they are in really good shape. A size 7, which is a pretty good size. I would probably expect to sell these for $100, $110 plus shipping. That's going to make it to our estimated profit on this pair is $57. Quite nice. Here we have another pair of Prada. Another pair of slip-on ballet flats with a Prada spell out on the toes. This is kind of like a beige patent leather. They have a fair amount of discoloration around the side, most of which I know is not going to clean up, but some of it will. Some more discoloration on the other side too, but I think most of that will clean up. We actually have pretty good luck using a magic eraser to clean up some patent leather. It does a pretty good job, and it doesn't really damage it unless you use it too much force. Considering they're patent leather and considering they're like the color they are, they're in pretty good shape. They're really clean on the inside. They're really clean on the bottoms. Let's see what we gave for this one. Pretty good price on these. We gave $40.32 for them. Considering the discoloration, that does of course affect the price a bit on these. It doesn't have excessive discoloration, and it's also not really, for the most part, in the areas where it's very noticeable. But of course it is still there, something we need to disclose. I would probably sell these for $100, $110. I'd sell them for more if they had no discoloration, but I think $110 plus shipping is probably appropriate. And that makes it to where our estimated profit on this pair is about $60 again. Have another pair of subs in Wooten with a palm tree, and it's like being blown in the wind. Kind of a cool little effect. And these are velvet, like a lot of stubs in Wooten. Seems to be in okay shape. Little bit of separation on the heel. Not too bad. Heel's not really worn at all. Overall, pretty good shape. Let's see what we gave for this one. Paid $53.50 total for this pair of subs in Wooten. They're not in as good a shape overall as the other pairs that we have unboxed, but they're still in pretty good shape. But with the palm tree kind of being like blown in the wind, that's a pretty neat little effect. Would probably say that we can sell these for $120, $130 plus shipping. Puts our estimated profit at $53, pretty much like right at 50%, right at doubling our money. Pretty big box for this pair. I hear it moving around a lot. Yeah, they just threw them in here. They didn't bother with any void at all. They're just thrown into this huge box. It's a pair of men's Prada ankle boots with a side zip. Size 9.5. Seems like that boot's in good shape. There's not really any damage to the leather of note. Definitely genuine, good quality pair of boots. Zippers work fine, inside's clean, free of any damage from what I can tell. Gonna polish these up, put some edge dressing on them. They're good to go. See what we paid up for these. Looks like we gave $61.72 for this pair of Prada boots. That is about what I normally give for men's Prada boots. Maybe a little bit more depending on the style and the condition and the size. Not a bad price at all. Of course, it would be a lot nicer if they said Prada on them. But they're still a good pair of boots. I think we could probably get about 130, maybe 140 in shipping for these without like having to wait too long to sell them. Which that puts our profit at an estimation of $54. Getting down to the end here, we only have 3 more to unbox for this video. We have something else that comes with the box. It's a very vintage pair of Meslin, you can tell from the box. The box is a little bit beat up. Gonna have to tape the box up a bit. Come with the dust bags. It's a brand new pair of Meslin loafers, the Livorno model. Need to make sure that they are free of any defects, because new defects is no good. First off, make sure they are brand new, which they are, never been worn. Make sure they are both the same size, which they are. Same model, same size. It's the same one. They belong together. Definitely brand new. Come with both dust bags. Original box. These are quite vintage. If I had to guess, they're probably from the late 90s. Around that era, if I had to guess. They look pretty old. 20, 25 years old. These being, of course, new in box. New with box, it makes them a lot more valuable. Even with the box being a little bit beat up. Still nice to have the original box. See what we gave for this one. Looks like we gave $78.86 for this pair of new Meslin loafers. That is really pretty decent. Would probably expect to get about $200 for this pair. Maybe $180 to $200. I've sold new Meslin before. Some with box, some without. And it really depends on the style and such. But in the colorway. Just a pair of black penny loafers. They are a good size. The box is a bit beat up again. I probably would feel pretty comfortable selling them for $180 to $200. Which that puts our profit at an estimation of $90 on this pair of new Meslin. Quite a good find. Another one that's in a pretty big box. Pretty sure I know what pair this is. Just by looking at the box. It's a pair of John Varvatos. Pair of lace-up John Varvatos ankle boots. Really good size. Size 13. Make sure that there's no damage to the sides. They're not like kind of coming apart. I have seen that be a problem with these. Fortunately, this pair is not made in Italy, but it's still a good find nonetheless if I can get it for a pretty good price. Both boots seem to be in pretty good shape. Really good shape. Probably say they've been worn around 5 times or so. No dust bag, but they do have the original box. Makes them a lot more valuable, makes them sell faster. Let's see what we gave for this one. Okay, we gave $42.80 for that pair of John Varvatos boots with the box. I'd probably say this pair, it probably only retails for $300 or so brand new. Maybe even a little bit less than that. It's the Barrett model, which I have bought and sold before. With the box too as well. Them being a good size 13. Very good shape with the box. I don't think it'd be a problem to get 120, 130 for them plus shipping. Which, that'll put our estimated profit at $65 for this pair. In the last pair, it's in a bit of a behemoth box. And you can also tell from shaking it around that it's in a box that's way too big for it. And I'm not sure what pair this is. It's a pair of Prada. It's a huge pair of Prada. Or at least in a huge box. It's a pair of women's Prada, like pulled on snow boots. They have like quite a bit of wear there, as you can see, to the toes. You're gonna need to polish that up. But the polish, unfortunately, is not going to fix it that much. Here's the original box. Surprised they put such a small pair of boots in such a huge box. So, this does have the Prada logo on the side, which is perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for. And these are waterproof. They are like a waterproof snow boot. They're actually in decent shape overall, but the toes do need some work. But we can work those out as much as we can. Kind of add some more value to them. They don't come with the dust box or the dust bag. They do have some inserts with it. You can probably see selling these for $150, maybe $160 or so. Let's see what we gave for this pair. Looks like we gave $61.72 for that pair of Prada winter boots, which is really good price. And like I said, I think we can sell these for $150 to $170. Should be reasonable. It really depends on how well the wear to the toes is going to come out. We may have to try to even sand those down a little bit and polish them up. Maybe it'll make it look a little bit better. And that's going to put the estimated profit on that pair at $71. And let's look into the total from all 14 pairs. So, looking at the average of these 14 pairs, we should expect to sell them for about $150 to $155 per pair on average. And we paid up $58 on average, and we should expect a profit about $70 per pair. So over double, about 1 1/4. That's really, really nice margins. I would expect quite a few of those pairs in this video to sell fairly quickly. Some of which I know are going to take a little bit longer to sell, maybe a few months or so. Overall, quite a nice little haul. I think it's going to pretty much conclude this video. Please consider subscribing, comments, and like.